Hey, welcome to the Battle of the Challenges podcast. I'm Scott Allwood, and here with me is
Vincent, the motherfucking cloud of spores.
Oh. So
We're
here we are
talking
today
mushrooms.
about what the hell are you talking about? Okay, we're actually talking about episode 4 of All Stars.
Yeah, man. A semi-charmed lifesaver.
Great name. Loved it. Loved it the moment I saw it, because I still rock that song to this day. It's a great song, Third Eye Blind.
Do you? Do you?
I do.
All right, well, let's start with the house stuff. Jemmy is basically like, don't judge me because what did she say? I'm living my best life right now because I'm banging Nehemiah.
Well, technically they're not banging. So I follow Nehemiah. I like him quite a bit. And he posted saying, just so everyone knows, I'm still a challenge virgin. Like saying that nothing happened between the two of them beyond cuddling, essentially. Or
really?
Maybe some kissing. Maybe cuddling is in the kissing. Maybe kissing is in his cuddling. Terminology for, like, what is it when something just surrounds one word? Like he's like, oh, cuddling is kissing and finger stuff, and I don't know. Take it away, Vince. I'm already fumbling and drowning over here.
What you're saying is it's possible that he's done things with Beth and excused it as cuddling, and he's also done things now with Jemmy and said those are also cuddles. Like that didn't count as that didn't count because we were technically broken up. That sort of shit.
Sure. Like, his words were, I'm a challenge virgin. So she did not get any seeds from his seed friend. It is the weirdest way to describe sex. Hey, she didn't get any seeds. Okay, let's move on. You're right.
So is that what Jemmy meant by saying, don't judge me? Because actually nothing happened.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good
I got blue lips down here.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I've never heard of that, and I hope it doesn't stick. All right. Beth is next. She's talking to Cyrus, and she's like, I miss my family. I'm feeling old and stuff. And for the most part, I just want to jump to the part where she does talk to her family eventually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice. I like when they do stuff like that. And I liked their little talk session. Her and Cyrus get a lot of screen time this episode, and I was really enjoying seeing them both because they've been around since the OG challenges, like the very first ones, and so it's super cool to see him here 20 plus years later.
Oh yeah. So let's now go outside where this woman is stretching, and it's Arissa, and she's like, I am a cannabis chef.
She's like lighting stuff. Yeah. Little sparklers. Just kind of happy 4th of July, everybody. But they're weed sparklers.
It might be sage.
Oh, see, I'm not familiar with.
If you don't want to just sparklers, snakes and sparklers, people.
Things that you light on fire, all I know is sparklers. There we go. Now you know a little bit as to my insight as a person.
That's just fine, and really not surprising. All right, so cannabis chef. What I'm surprised about though, Scott. I mean, all jokes aside, she's like, I'm a cannabis chef. She seems so zen, right? But then she says in this episode, she's like, but I could take that away and just call people motherfuckers all the fucking motherfucking time.
Right.
And just be super aggressive and super like, whoa, holy shit. That's the main takeaway, because we don't have an elimination. We have her flipping people off, right?
Being a wild one. I loved the moment. It was a great
Was it weed withdrawals? Because they don't let her they don't let them smoke. They let them drink. sure, but it's a whole different ball game.
That is a very good question. It very well could have been.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've known people that are like wake and bake, just constantly, you know, and that's and they get jobs that allow them to do that. Mostly,
and the way
it's a delivery, but still.
The way she said it too was how she's a weed chef, so you definitely know it's in her regular life, like a consistent lifestyle. So could be.
All right. Meanwhile, on the other side of the house, let's say Derek is once again. Derek is fucking talking to everyone. He's getting so much camera time.
Yeah.
Right.
Holy shit. He does great this episode, and he's always rocking an MTV shirt. I swear. Maybe these are all the same day, but they just stretched it out because he just went around and talked to everybody. So they're like, that's enough for a season. We don't have to film Derek anymore, right? Yeah, we already got him talking to literally everybody. So
I'm surprised and really thankful that he's not wearing his fucking his podcast, you know, promoting that.
Why?
Because if I was there, you know damn well Vincent Cloud would be wearing a shirt that says Battle of the Challenges podcast.
Right? I would want you to, yeah. Be like, I know him. I was on that podcast. I promise. Just go look it up.
If you could promote one goddamn thing out of the trillions of material and arts and music and blah blah blah, everything you put on your channel, what shirt would you wear representing what? And it's not
the Challenges podcast.
No, don't you? No, that's not even fun. Come on, what would you pimp out right now? Basically,
I actually just ordered a shirt with "Forget Me" on the shirt.
Yeah,
yeah.
So shit, that's awesome.
I mean, if I have to answer honestly, I mean, I just made a shirt that says "Forget Me." So I'm going to be rocking that out around, but that's not something I would necessarily, if I went on a TV, I would. I just Forget Me is a big part of my life. So yeah. But if it was,
that's great. You know,
if it was content, I'd go Vicious Challenge, baby. I've said it time and time before. Go check out the Vicious Challenge on my channel. There's a lot of good stuff, a lot of good challengers and personas and this and that and twists, turnies. But back to the show, Vince. All Stars.
Yeah. I just want to say, just add on just a little bit about the shirt thing. Evan and Kenny wore their own shirts. Suck yeah, remember that? That was their T-shirt company, and then, fucking Bananas.
Right, and he does too nonstop. So I wonder why more people don't, because I think making shirts is super fun. I've made 3 so far, and I love wearing them. The other ones are not content related. One's a picture of me with a banana, and it says "Banana Boy," and I'm like. But
could that shirt be found on the newest episode of Stupidest Podcast?
It can be and is.
All right, let's move on. Enough fucking sucking your own dicks.
Yeah, my mouth is tired.
I got a trick.
Okay,
you fucking uppercut him first. Jesus Christ! All right.
The challenge.
Okay, this is ridiculous. Again, Derek is talking to Katie, and Katie's saying like, so I've been training this whole time, but don't tell anybody. I want people to think that I can't do shit.
Hell yeah, girl.
Yeah.
She
doesn't do shit though. She doesn't do shit this particular.
Like she says, she feels she's best in elimination. So if she needs to see one, she's going to go in there and destroy someone's ass, their whole asshole, Vince, because they're not going to see it coming. They're going to think because she can't do certain things, she's not going to be putting up a fight. But guess what? She is, and she will win. I tell you. That's where she's coming from, and I feel it. I know it. I feel it in my soul that she's telling the truth.
No, I believe her. I mean, I've seen the show. I like Katie. I just don't like it when she's mad. Like, I really don't like. Oh, Katie, no, you know. But the other thing is, if she would have not been saved, a Katie plus Beth fucking elimination would have been awesome.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It really would have been. And this elimination looked fun. Like I was excited to see it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's talk about the actual mission now. We're finally there. It's called On the Ropes. You're suspended. There's 2 teams versus 2 teams, so it'll be 2 heats, and it's basically 5 versus 5, right? Cross the fucking ropes, which looks really fun and challenging.
There's
and then
5 ropes on each side. There's 5 ropes.
I think it's 5.
Okay.
I think so.
Because then when you cross the ropes on the other side, you can detach one of the other team's ropes, making it harder for the other team. Love the concept. Love the idea. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, there you go, Scott. Folks, before we recorded, Scott was like, I don't know, man.
Don't you tell him. Don't you tell him, Vince. I was.
It's all right. Yeah. Like everyone's so fake nowadays, Vince. Like everyone's just fucking.
I did not say all that, but I will say that
I was super emo.
I said that the episode was in. I also watched it at 4 a.m. I woke up and was like, I can't fall asleep. I'm going to go ahead and watch this because I'm going to be recording with my boy Vince. And then I watched it super tired, and he's over here giving me trash about it. Well, I did it for him.
Baby, I love you. Come back. I'm not going to hit you again. Come here. All right. Well, let's get to round 1. Copper team versus black team. But team captains are on Copper team Joanna and Alton. Joanna. John A. Fuck, dude. I always found it annoying when they fucked her name up, and I just did it now. But okay. John A was basically kind of bullied into this. This is when Irulan, or what's it, Arissa? Mm-hmm. Irulan. Holy shit, I'm calling her Irulan the other episode.
Oh boy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's terrible.
Hey, you don't have to worry about it anymore. She's gone. She's gone, man.
All right. That's fine.
But
still, Arissa was like, so are you going to be captain? And Johnny's like, I don't know. And she's like, because you should really have faith in your team. Why don't you have faith in your team? We're going to win, right? So you should be captain because you're going to be safe. Like, it was just really like, oh, dude, like, fuck off. I don't know. She was rubbing me the wrong way since she's been here.
Yeah,
in little ways. In little ways, yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of her. I like what she brings for entertainment because she's a good character, but not a character that I am particularly fond of. I can see why she was cast.
Yeah, but will she be cast again? All right, let's talk about the captains for the black team. And it's going to be Kendall, I think. Oh, because Gisela was like, I don't trust you. You or Kellyanne are going to have to be the captain because Kendall didn't even try the past 2 times, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Valid points.
Good call, yeah. Good call.
At the time, I thought she was harsh. I was like, oh, Gisela, no. Calm that big booty down, you know? But watching it a second time for the notes, I'm like, oh, no, she makes a point. Yeah. All right, let's let it begin. I have all these things written down, but I don't want to go through them all. Are there things that you remember at all that you want to discuss?
I just remember like Darrell having to go twice, and he is afraid of heights, and then LT was like, I don't think he's actually afraid of heights because he was like just going fine and doing it okay because he's Daryl, as Derek likes to call him, and was a beast.
I picked up on that too when he did that. I was like, that's like old school. Like back then, I was like, do you not know his name? But
now
great callback.
It had to have been like a case where he didn't know his name, and now he just calls him that because that's their thing together. Daryl.
And Darrell's like, you'd be surprised how many things I have with so many other people.
Yeah, it's really funny that you don't say my name, Derek. Thanks. I'm going to start calling you Dirk. Or I don't know.
Okay, so I have written down when Kendall's going, she does really good. In fact, I don't think she ever falls. what's her name? Jemmy. She's like, oh my god, she's like the original Barbie Beast.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
I like that too.
Yeah. Janae, she tries her best. She's on the rope on her booty, and she just kind of scoots the whole time.
And then Hold On is playing by Wilson Phillips. And there's so many like great musical moments in this mission too. So the editors and music department are just killing it. Yo, dude. And then at the very last second, you think she's gonna make it, and then they go, and then she drops. Oh
yeah. Yeah, it was. If she would have made it, that would have been so good.
I love that, but she didn't.
It's funny. What about her self-confidence, Scott?
That's true. Sorry, John.
Okay, so John A, she does really good, but Kellyanne is actually the one that pulls. Originally, John A was going against Gisela, but she fell on her own. That sucks. I'm rooting for you, Gisela, but that's not a good pile to be put in, right?
Yeah.
Next, we have Big Easy. He gets pulled out. What do you want to call it when your rope is pulled? Masturbation? What do you want to call
it? We could just call it that their rope was pulled.
What do you want to call it if we're pushing rope, Scott?
Oh my gosh, too funny. You're too funny, man.
Okay. Big Easy though, he gets his rope pulled a couple of times. Really. No, but he kind of does the other thing where he's kind of scooting by any means necessary, but he does get pulled from Latarian. Katie, there's 2 ropes left, right? And right away she's like, I don't know if I can do it. And Alton's like, fucking jump.
Who determined the order that they went? Because if she's this scared, like, why didn't she be one of the people who went first? Why is her and Arissa going the last 2 ropes? Did they not think that the other team was going to demolish them? Maybe, I don't know, but
yeah,
it seemed poor planning to have them 2 go last.
But it really does suck because it's all random teams, you know.
Yeah,
it really blows. Arissa, she gets pulled from Darrell, I think. And then Alton, he has 1 rope to cross, but this is his second time going. He ends up falling right before he gets to the end. It really sucks. But
it was nice seeing more Alton this episode. We haven't seen much of him so far this challenge, and so it was nice kind of seeing him be a beast again, like we once know, and seeing the clips of him in the past show the viewers like, hey, this guy's no one to be messed with.
Yeah, Alton was like one of my favorites, honestly. And then he had Battle of the Seasons 2012 appearance, and it wasn't the best. There was a lot of things going against him, basically, and he didn't end it very well. So I was like, oh man, maybe he's off, you know.
But it seems like he's back, and he's taking it seriously and wants to.
He did fall.
He did fall.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to but that makes the black team win. Now, round 2, we're going to have the gold team versus the silver team. For gold team, the captains are Mark and Ruthie. Yeah, good for them, right? For silver team, we'll have Beth and Nehemiah. I think it's Jemmy who was like, you should be a captain or something. I don't know. A lot of people listen to Jemmy. You know, well, I think she's obvious. But people do. She does have a way about her.
Sure, yeah. I could see that what you're saying, because I think Beth also wanted to listen to her because she sees her as a younger version of herself, so she wants to kind of like take charge and be there for her. So like if she's on a team with her, maybe kind of like that mother instinct of, yeah, I'll be the captain and I'll lead us to a victory, Jimmy, because you're my Britney Spears and I'm Madonna type thing.
Right.
Her words, yeah.
So that would make Nehemiah Christina Aguilera, who is somewhat overshadowed, because remember, Madonna kissed both Britney then Christina Aguilera, but they cut to show Justin Timberlake's response. Thus, kind of getting rid of Christina Aguilera. All right, moving on. So round 2, we have Nehemiah versus Derek. Derek is just a fucking. I mean, he's the pit bull. He's nonstop. He's never skipped a beat or missed a step. He's fantastic. And yeah, Nehemiah falls. Then we have Anissa versus Cyrus. Anissa just falls by herself. Although, to be fair, Cyrus pulls the rope. Anissa wrapped herself around 2 ropes, right?
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, the stripper moves are coming in handy," and cuts to her like with a rope between her legs and stuff, and then
yeah, that's right.
She was like, she's holding up the rope and handling another rope at the same time. A lot of rope handling. But then she
pushing rope, Scott, or pulling rope?
She was holding. She was holding. Just holding.
Well, she falls. Mark goes. He pulls Beth. Ruthie pulls Jemmy. Go Ruthie. I think she's awesome. And then we have Darrell being pulled by Yes. Yes is amazing. Yes is so cool.
Yes. He had more confessionals this episode too. So it was good seeing him kind of just talk more and be there.
Yeah.
He's such a chill, older person. I love it.
Yeah, man.
I mean, Yes, man. He just seems with it, I guess, is my overall like for him.
Like he's got his shit together.
Yeah.
Like we're not looking at some crazed teenager who's like, I don't know, man, I like to drink and fuck. What of it? You know?
Well, like, even the other forming sentences. Even the other older challengers are kind of like, some are just paranoid, some are just there to like seek camera time, and he's just there for the experience. He's doing these challenges and he's not like being too much or too little. He's just kind of a good vibe.
He's more zen than Arissa.
Yes.
And you don't see him fucking burning incense and shit, sage, and like yogaing and fucking stuffing.
Because we're not being fed it, Vince. We're not being fed those clips to demonstrative narrative that they want, man.
And then finally, Cyrus falls. Oh no. Yeah, so that kind of costs, I think, well, yeah. But Gold Team wins. Mark wins the Lifesaver. And then Ruthie wins freedom. She's free. She's safe.
Yeah, she's safe.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so let's talk about the house, man. This is when they get back. And surprisingly, Mark's not part of the talk here. Remember, we kept on saying, like, usually someone goes to Mark and says, like, right, I want this person. But instead, it's Beth, Cyrus, Jemmy, and Nehemiah. Jemmy really fucking getting in there. At first, Beth says she wants Katie or Kendall.
Right.
And right away, Jemmy's like, no. Wait, does she say this in confessional or in person?
I remember her saying Kendall's too good. Or someone saying that.
She says that in person?
I don't know that specific, but I remember someone saying it and being like, whoa, Kendall's good.
Well, I do know that Jemmy comes out and says if it's Katie, Mark will use the Lifesaver to save her, which is spot on. But yeah, she does say like, what? I think it's Jemmy. Yeah, go ahead.
What this turns into is super weird because now, like, last episode, no one was wanting anyone to use the Lifesaver. Now they're all just kind of over it. Like, yeah, sure, go ahead and use it. Let's see what happens. And it's like the contrast between last episode and this episode is just completely insane to me. The fact that the whole house now is on board. And what we see, because Kendall was being stoned, you know, like they were like, oh, throw stones at this bitch for talking to anybody about the Lifesaver. She's the worst. And now they're all like, hee hee, Mark has the lifesaver. Let's go talk to him and, pat him on the back and say congratulations. And what are you going to do with the lifesaver? This is all fun talk, though, because we're fine with whatever you do, even though, like, they were all being such assholes to Kendall about her having it and wanting what she wanted to do with it. It kind of drove me crazy.
Yeah,
And Mark's putting on a huge thing, too. He's got the crown. He's got the gold. And he's making a whole spectacle of having this lifesaver. And wasn't he part of the squad saying that maybe she should tone it down a bit the last episode?
Yeah. But then don't leave out Derek, who's just a camera whore this season. He's like, everybody, I got this giant cup, and this is the lifesaver or whatever. And yeah, he kept doing, and then he was like crouching next to them the entire time. But that all did him good, because after a while, Mark is talking to everybody. He's like, listen, we, Derek and I, will protect you, but what will you do for us, Derek and I?
Yes.
So fucking good move, Derek. Holy shit, man. It's great. Okay, so we jumped so much. Did we talk about nomination?
No, because we have not.
Yeah,
no,
okay. Yeah, we jumped to the bar.
Not.
we just skipped the nomination.
It was very uneventful anyway. Katie ended up just nominating herself, and then people were kind of like, well, yeah, because she knows she's gonna be saved. But does she? Yes.
I just liked what she said. She was like, I see a lot of rope burns on everyone, but not on me, though.
Oh, yeah.
She kind of made like a little joke, and I was like, yeah, man, I like that. And then Laterrian was like, sometimes people say things that it makes you look at them differently as an individual and shit. So, like, every time someone volunteers to go in, Derek makes a big fuss of it. Laterrian, like, looks in awe and shit. Like,
because they don't have to go. I mean, I would be going like, yeah, props to them. Get your buns in there, man. I hope you do good or don't. I don't care, because ultimately I'm not going in. So
okay, so we did the bar thing. Just to remind everyone, though, that Arissa is the only person Mark doesn't talk to because she likes her space, right?
Yeah.
So in the next morning, that's when he approaches her. He's like, "Hey, man, what do you think? And do you want to, I'm not going to use it on you unless you want me to." Right? He was like, how are you, I don't want to use it on you, but how are you feeling? Do you want me to use it on you? And she's saying, being an adult, living in a communal space. Communal? What's the word, Scott?
I think you got it.
Community space, sure. Whatever. Yeah. She's like, and then all of a sudden I have to like live in bunk beds again. I'm there with her. I fucking hate the idea of that. Like, we're grown ass people, Scott. I don't want to I like you, Scott, but I don't want to like live below you or above you or next to you. And then like Johnny Bananas.
I think
that'd be terrible.
That shit is ridiculous to me. You signed up for the show. You're lucky to be there. Live in the fucking bunk bed, Vince. And you know what? I'm going to be up there, and I may drizzle down some piss on you because you're acting a fool down there. I'll show you. I'll make you really not want to be bunking beneath me, boy.
Oh, no.
Have fun with me in our bunk beds or suffer the consequences.
Yeah, well, little did you know, Scott, that our bunk bed legs are hollowed out and filled with candy.
What?
I don't know. You ever see Heavyweights? Come on.
Oh. Yes.
All right. So anyways, Mark's still talking to Arissa, and he's like, I don't know if he says it out loud to her, but he says, I'm thinking Kendall, because she exhausts me.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing. Again, this is just Mark, a sweet politician, words it a certain way, when really it's like Kendall had power. She was talking to people. Mark's like, tone it down, bitch. Meanwhile, he makes a big thing, and he's like, I'm going to convince all these women to let's just see what goes on. Let's just see what happens. Because it's fucked up. It really is.
Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Maybe he's just so charismatic that that's one of his strengths. that he's able to go around and, I don't want to say manipulate people, but get them to see a different side of things to where they go along with him. So we should be kind of praising the fact, because Kendall doesn't have that ability. Kendall can talk to people and then rub them the wrong way. But Mark, he's good at rubbing, and he'll rub them real good, real good.
That rope will be a stick, I tell you. All right, so finally Arissa's like, so yeah, I'm glad that Mark asked me if I wanted to stay or not or whatever. And then that's when she's like, because don't fuck with my money. And I can go from Zen to whatever I have to do. And really, from then on, she wasn't Zen anymore. You know, it's crazy. All right, real quick before we get into elimination. No, we already talked about this. Beth FaceTimes with family. All right, let's get into the elimination.
Here we go.
Where nothing, yeah, here we go, where nothing happens. So they're ready to go, you know, fucking Beth's down there and then fucking Katie. And then now this is when Mark's like, I will roll the dice for you females. Who the fuck knows what's going to happen, you know? And he's like, I'm going to save Katie. He kind of words it a little funny too, where he's like, people ask me if I'm going to use the Lifesaver, and I am not going to let Katie stay down there.
Because I thought for a second that he wasn't going to save her. I was like, what? You little rascal. He got me.
I like this little part here, this little quote, because now people are like, oh, we have to vote again? You know, that's the thing. And Kellyanne says, like, I knew that it was possible that it would have to go in. So luckily I took all my vitamins. Now, this is a category of like some of the great lines where they reference themselves being old, and it's just hilarious at the same time, you know, like it's enduring as well and kind of like revealing to, you know, as a grown person or whatever. I don't know. I think that's the line. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know you were kind of hoping that I would go off of that, but I take vitamins. So yeah, maybe I could take some to help me speak better. I take vitamins.
I was actually hoping that you would disagree and go the other way. You're like, fuck vitamins, or fuck, you know, like that's what I guess that's what Dave would do. Dave would be like, well, whatever you just said, I'm gonna go in the wild other direction.
Sorry. I am so sorry that Dave isn't in your gosh darn presence today. Maybe someday I'll.
Again, Scott. I know, Scott. I mean, if you guys have noticed,
I don't go against the grain just to go against it. All right. If I feel it, I'm with you. So.
And by the way, we really should be thankful that Scott is even here, because he is joining us from the afterlife. You can see the giant flare of light from, look at that. Scott, stay away from the,
We still got a little bit left. This light is what gives me my juice.
Oh shit. Is that you, Pops?
Right here. Hey. Do you see this? This is the light. This is the light that gives me the juice right here.
Oh,
this light
I thought that was like some sort of biblical karate, you know, that little stick figure that people practice with.
Yeah. That's
fantastic. Great. All right. Okay, so Kellyanne, I took my vitamins. Darrell is the first to have to vote, which is really funny. He's like, motherfucker, and shit like that. But what he did was so smart, so fucking smart. He's like, Beth, who do you want? And I think that was the best thing to do, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like,
all heat off of himself.
Oh,
very wise. Very wise.
Yeah. Veteran move, that Darrell.
Mm-hmm.
So then he says, yeah, it's Arissa. Right away, Arissa is like, I will fucking run you over, or some shit like that.
For real. She was going hot in those confessionals.
I mean, do you want to mention who else gets votes? I just kind of want to talk about Arissa.
It doesn't matter. I mean, no one got enough to we got Kendall and Kellyanne, really, right? And Anissa got a few. We
No, I
talked
think you
about it.
covered it when you said it doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right.
It doesn't matter. Like, those are the words in which to springboard off of. All right, man. I don't know why I'm giving you shit. Like, I'm so thankful
really
that you're recording with me.
Damn, dude. Hey, so it was really great recording these 4 episodes with you. See you never, as TJ would say in this episode. Yeah. See you never.
That you have to end this episode with you just quoting verbatim what Arissa says. A bunch of snakes and shit. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Derek has that great line that's like, "Oh yeah, we're snakes. See ya." I like that.
Oh gosh, yeah. But it's funny though because Arissa finally gets the votes, and like some people are like, "Hey man," or like, "Hey, high five" or whatever. She's like, "Don't touch me! Don't fucking touch me!" Like right away. And then she gets down to TJ and she's like, "Can we box? Can I box her?"
That was so crazy to me. She's getting down there and she's like, "I don't want to do the elimination. I want to box. Can we box?" TJ's like, "What the fuck? No. We're gonna do an eliminate this game." Because what?
Yeah, everything was so weird because she like has all her stuff and she's taking her coat off and she's like right next to TJ. She's like, "Can I just get physical with her and shit?" Like it's so weird. It really put me off.
Beth over there like, "Oh, someone's gonna punch me again. Oh goodness, why does this keep happening?"
Okay, so let's talk about what it could have been, or is that too hurtful? Do you remember what it was called?
I do not, but I really like the elimination. I hope we get to see it. I don't think that we will because these things are kind of mapped out, but it was too bad because the elimination was what? It was like you had to punch through a wall.
You had to pull until 4 giant blocks separated first, right? Then you had to take a ball, throw it, punch through, take a ball, throw it, punch through.
Okay, yeah. But it seemed like a really cool elimination, something different that we haven't ever seen, and then we don't get to see it.
Yeah, that's she takes her helmet off. She's like, "Fucking, I'm out of here. Motherfuck this, motherfuck that." Like after a while, like I mean, I love motherfucker, right? But you have to fucking
switch it up
in something. Yeah, yeah. After a while, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. So the other thing is, she's like, if I can't box her, then why? Because I'll tell you the truth. If I were to win, which I would have, then I don't even want to sleep under the same roof as you guys. Like it's harsh. It's like, yeah, she's freaking, she's really pissed off and she's like talking about boxing, but I think John Nay, where she's like, you want to punch Beth. The whole thing, the part of the concept is punching through walls. Yeah. Yeah.
It was too bad.
All of this was messed up. Yeah. I mean, that's it. That's all for the notes. I don't really remember Arissa, and going back to like I was calling her Irulan for a while. That's totally not right. So because I thought I know Irulan is from Gauntlet 1, and she dated Alton and shit, right?
Well, they She's both did a black person. Yeah, they both did the Vegas together, and it's not good that you're mixing up the names there, but I think I've done it too, and I apologize, everyone. Names are hard sometimes.
Yeah. Names are hard. And you know what's even harder? Saying goodbye. But you know what? We're at the end of the episode. It's a wonderful season. Like, honestly, like this episode was nice. I liked it a lot, even though we had no elimination. I love everyone that's there. And I'm glad she's gone. I really am. We just, Anissa, let's just,
if she could go next, then the rest of the cast I'm cool with.
Oh, totally. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. It's good.
Gotten to the point where anytime she has a confessional now, I'm like, Anissa, go away. I don't want to hear it. I think it's just because she's coming off so angry this season. Each confessional she does is just super bitchy, and I don't like it.
Well, yeah, I mean, compared real quick, because we gotta shut the shit down. Compared to Double Agents, where she's like, everyone always doubts me, but you know what? I'll fucking prove them right. So she's painting herself in like this sympathetic
Right.
color, aura, whatever, you know. But on this one, she's like, oh my god, I'm feeling the power now, bitch. I've never stepped away, you know. So I am, you know, and I have all these friends. I'm running the political game or whatever, or trying to. That is why her personality and her confessionals are totally fucking different.
Makes total sense.
Ah.
But yes, so thanks for having me, Vince. I do enjoy being here with you, talking about the show. It's a great show. Obviously, one of our favorites. And All Stars is so good. Even this episode, which I initially said was, man, that guy isn't me. That was past Scott. And President Scott, he digs it.
You know what? I like President Scott. How's it going, Scott?
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, say hello to future Scott for me, because I'm signing off. Just like, subscribe, comment. This was Battle of the Challenges podcast with Vincent Cloud
And Scott Allwood. Bye.